Hello, everyone, and welcome to Time to Rolls Campaign 1. This is episode 59. We're getting up there, guys. It's been a long time. This journey is starting to unfold and reveal itself to be something at least I'm proud of. But we do have a few announcements, and I'm excited to get into it. First things first, we do not have Austin today. He is in Kentucky, sampling all of the various distilleries there in Louisville, um, and drinking a lot of bourbon at Buffalo Trace. Uh, so he's going to be predisposed for this weekend. So Beep will not be here, but I'll be playing Beep, so it's no big deal. Um, First things first is it's been a hell of a last 2 weeks. I got sick and I've been dealing with some unexpected work things that have just ran over. So I just haven't had time to edit any of the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough with that took place with Magic, Mousy, King, and I. So episode 3 and 4 should be out this week coming up, as long as I don't have any interruptions. That's just where we're at with that. If you want to go check us out on all the podcasting formats, we are officially on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, basically anywhere you can digest podcast podcasts in any form. We're there. So if you want to listen instead of watch on YouTube or here on live on Twitch, that's a good place to listen to. I believe that's it. Let's get into a recap because we are starting late. People were late today. It is what it is. You know how it is with D&D schedules. So let's get into it real quick. We'll do a little recap and we'll go from there. Okay. I'm being handed something. Hold on. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I was just handed dinner.
FYI, can I say something?
Okay. Let's get into it. Sorry, guys. Glad I stayed muted for a while because you guys are laughing, and that's disturbing to me.
I had a friend me and Brendan, my cousin, we just keep saying we're gonna fuck his mom. It's been like years.
So, are you gonna?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't actually know what she looks like. I've never actually met her.
Okay. I was just handed food, so now I have a dilemma. Do I want to eat food or play D&D? I'm kidding. Let's play.
So my drink today is
19
crimes.
19 crimes?
Oh, there you
go. Why isn't that focused?
My drink
We're
is
to commit today.
my drink is Arizona green tea.
I've got a good Coke Zero vintage.
Yes. Refined.
2020. It's the Uprising, and it was aged in a rum barrel for 30 days.
That's cool.
Solid.
All right. Well, let's do a bit of a recap since some of you weren't here and some of you were, we'll say predisposed at the end of last session, as some of you normally are.
Odd.
I'm not pointing fingers.
Odd.
All right, fine. Last we left off. Okay, yeah. All right, there you are. Yeah, you got practice. All right, last we left off. After having a brief we'll call it a skirmish, but it really wasn't that. It was more or less you guys just dodging and weaving some meteors with a visage of Torben von Aurelius via a dagger taken by Thaddeus from his castle. After the smoke had settled, all of you decided to aid the village in basically clearing the rubble and trying to find whoever you could find that was still alive, or even some that were dead that you helped revive, along with the aid of Alan and Vivra. After doing a little bit of shopping, a little bit of purchasing of winter clothes, and a brief stop-in at the Adventurers Guild for Elka, all of you decided to go on your trek up into the Onakaris Mountains to attempt to find a gateway into the mountain to attempt to go find the Court A-worm. After trekking up the mountain for a few days, you eventually found yourself in the mouth of a cave late at night, being eerily quiet. Some of you, specifically Thaddeus, had a faithful encounter with a creature that he didn't really quite understand and didn't really know how to handle. So he ended up waking up most of the camp, except for I believe it was Ori, Beeb, and Zane kind of just stayed asleep, and Alara as well. But with the aid of Alan, you're able to have a bit of discourse with this creature, and eventually found out that it was a guardian of the mountain, a young one at that. Vivra, you offered it some raw meat in order to make peace with the creature, and Alan was able to speak with it, and Thaddeus and Elka just kind of held their ground during that encounter. You did notice that this creature was a wolf-like creature, but much larger than any wolf you've ever seen. You also notice a purple aura expanding in and out from its fur every time the rain would swell, or anytime thunder would clash, or anytime lightning would shoot down out of the sky. You would notice a brief pulsating energy coming from this creature. But realizing that a fight wasn't needed with it, you all sent it on its way and went back to bed, waking up the next morning to finish your trek back up the mountain road to the abandoned town of Elacan. For most of it, you understand that this town was built specifically to mine precious minerals out of the mountain, and most of you knew that it was prosperous for many years. However, there has been absolute silence coming from this town for at least a decade. As all of you walked up, Ori, you leading the pack, you notice a skeleton hand crawling along the ground, grabbing your ankle. You, in an attempt to shake it off, you threw it off your leg, and it clashed harmlessly to the ground, and it just kind of crawled away. That's when, Weaver, you noticed glowing green eyes, and some green, some purple, all illuminating and slowly looking at all of you as you are here in the center of what you now assume is the abandoned town of Elacan. What you see in front of you is, just a quick guess, probably 100 or more skeletons, undead, all looking at you, all not seeming aggressive, but curious and wary for sure. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna offer a piece of cheese.
Okay.
A single slice.
You hold out a piece of cheese. What do you say to the nearest skeleton, Alara?
We come in peace, Skelly boys. We're just passing through. Here, have this. There's plenty to go around.
And I'm gonna frisbee it on the ground.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh gods. Hold on. Gonna use my new dice and see if my rolls are just as bad as they always are with my other ones. Hold on. I'll pull up my page. Persuasion. Here we go. Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking 6.
The skeleton, the closest skeleton, which would be this lad right here, will slowly wander up and look at the cheese, and like look down at it, look at you, kind of tilt. And this skeleton particularly looks to be dressed in like almost like a ranger's garb. Seems he has a bow and arrow, a bow with a few arrows hung to his back. But he kind of looks, and he goes to pick up the slice of cheese.
Ooh.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I have no stomach. As he looks down at his gut.
It can talk.
Oh yeah, we can all talk.
Not used to the dead speaking.
How rude!
No, not
As he
even
takes a
the
bite,
end.
as he takes a bite of the cheese. Yep, nothing. As you just watch the cheese tumble down through his ribcage.
Oh god, I can't believe I'm doing this. I want to roll down Ori's back and just like run over and grab whatever fell out of his stomach and just eat it, because God forbid I waste a piece of cheese.
He kind of looks. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. He doesn't. He's just kind of like letting you grab what fell out of his ribcage. You can have the rest of it if you.
My mouth is like stuffed with cheese, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't waste any of it. I'm sorry," and I just run, just haul ass back to where I was.
He's just holding the rest of the slice of cheese. Oh, okay. Well, it's rare we see warm-blooded folk around here. Nice to have all of you. Guys, less spooky. They haven't attacked us yet. And you just watch all of the skeleton's eyes like slowly fade back into like a dull green, and they're like the fog rolls out from everything, and he's just like, sorry, that's just a defense mechanism. We're when you have this many people, we'll say that term loosely here, it's really hard to persuade you warm-blooded folk to be nice to us and not harm us right away. So we just end up adding more to our population whenever that happens.
What happened here exactly?
Huh. Dwarf shut the mine down. Oh boy, there's a lot. What do you know?
Not enough.
Well, I suppose it's best if we take you not out in the open here. The various creatures in these mountains tend to come after us. As you look down, there is a ghost, not a ghost dog, but a skeleton dog. It's at his leg, trying to bite his leg. And he's like, Ruger, get off of me! We've been through this. My bones are not for chewing. Those bones, as he points to the pile of just random animal bones off to the side, those are for chewing. We've been through this. And the dog just kind of like slumps off and goes and grabs one of the bones and walks off and starts gnawing on it. Not really doing much to the bone as he bites into it, since he has no muscles. But he'll just like look at the scale. Oh, my apologies. My manners are not that great ever since I died. My name is Judah. Nice to meet all of you.
Can I do I don't know what kind of check to see if the bone that the dog took away was like a human type bone or an animal type bone?
Make a perception check.
Where did my damn? I just had it up. Shit. There it is. Okay. Perception. Perception.
It looks like either a mountain goat bone or a deer bone, something like that.
Okay. Is there a pile near? Are there more bones? Like where? Ping where the dog was.
Well, the
Got the bone from.
dog was right here, and he went to this bit right here, which is a pile of. You zoom in, it's kind of a pile of bones. But yeah,
If I walk over this way, are there bones, like a bone that I could pick up?
Oh yeah, there's bones everywhere around here.
All right, I'm gonna pick up a bone, and Ruger, want to play, Ruger?
The dog's head tilts up, and if it does, like the little like stubby bone tail that it has starts to wag rapidly. And he
And
just
I'm
kind of
gonna
like nods his head.
I'm gonna toss the bone.
You'll chase
Like,
it. Make an animal handling check just for the hell of it. 5. The dog gets up and he chases the bone. He grabs it, and he brings it back, and he'll drop it at your feet. However, when he drops it at your feet, you notice it's not the same bone, first off, that you threw. With your perception check, you look off, and there's just this random skeleton who's now missing an arm. And you just hear, damn dog, god damn it.
all right. Well, I'm gonna like just keep. If there's like a bone, I'm just gonna keep playing with grab another bone and try to get the dog's attention with the other bone, and then throw that. Then pick up the arm bone, and
I understand
Walk
what you're saying.
and then I'm gonna head over towards the person whose arm was bitten off and say, "I think you need this."
Roll another animal handling check. The dog happily grabs another bone from you, and you are able to walk up and hand that guy his arm without any issue. And he's like,
Sorry about that. I'm just learning how to play with dogs.
Yeah, that's fine. And he'll grab it and begrudgingly start to snap it back on.
The name's Thaddeus. Thaddeus Sterling. The House of Sterling.
Okay.
Anyways, nice meeting you.
Yeah. Zion, nice to meet you. And he'll like walk away. Judah, the skeleton that approached you. Well, let's all we have some intact homes still. Come on, come. You can meet everybody in the town.
I'm just gonna follow, very intrigued.
He's gonna walk his happy butt over.
Same.
Like these guys will part, and he will walk his happy little butt over to this house right here. As he's walking by, he's like, "Oh yes, that's that statue. I don't remember that fellow. He was the founder of this town. Ella something. I don't know. I don't know. He's it's the only statue that still is up. Maybe it's cursed. I don't know." And he will walk into this house, and he will. As you walk in, you see what looks to be a thicker boned, very clearly dressed as a female. She looks to be like an older. Her bones are a little bit more stained. She seems to have the way she's dressed. She's kind of dressed like Ammriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog, with like an apron on and like a short little house dress. And she just you walk and say, "Oh, I didn't realize we had guests today. Warm-blooded folk at that. Well, nice to meet all of you. Judah, who are these people?"
I just want to make an offhand comment about the fact that one of us is not a warm-blooded.
I literally just thought.
They're skeletons. They can't tell the difference. You guys have skin and flesh. That's all they know. So do all of you follow, or do some of you stay out and about?
I'm following.
Yeah, I'm already.
Okay.
Boop.
What was...
Oh, by the way, Nate said that his internet went out. I don't know if he told you.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Yeah, that was who cut off earlier. He said his internet went out.
Understood. We are supposed to get a storm later tonight, so maybe he's getting it now.
I didn't know it was supposed to rain.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so, alright. Okay. So, you are brought into this home. You are the little old lady skeleton. She then stands up and introduces herself. Hello. My name is Adina. Nice to meet all of you. It's a rare time we get visitors here. I have no... Apologies, I'm not prepared tea or anything. Let me get that together. Do you prefer a flower-based tea or a leaf-based tea? I have both.
I would love a flower-based tea.
Flower-based tea? All right, my dear. And she just
Will help.
You're gonna help her?
I
All
don't-
right.
I don't think they have cheese here.
Are you just saying that out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Adina will look at you and, oh dear, I'm so sorry. As you can see, we have no need for, food here. We're all undead. I could go for some nice hearty vegetables nowadays. But I don't even know why I have stuff for tea. It was just left over here. Apologies, I have no idea how... I can't speak to the quality of this tea, since I haven't served any yet.
This one will enjoy experimenting, finding out.
Welcome back, Nate.
Hello.
You just missed the huge fight scene.
Yep.
Ori missed every single hit.
Big bad evil guy.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Okay. So you're gonna help her make tea, then?
Yep.
All right. I would say you don't need to roll. You are well versed enough in food making and drink making, and you've been doing it since the beginning of this journey. That for specifically this moment in time, tea is made. You do so with relative knowledge, having made tea prior, and the flowers she pulls out are dry. They're look to be either some sort of dried rose or dried lilac, mixture of a couple of flowers. But you are able to
Just double checking because
make it work.
rather safe than sorry. Nothing like poisonous or anything.
Roll a survival check.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say this: rose and lilac are not poisonous and are used in teas all the time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
26. No. You get the sense that these are probably just flowers that have been grown on the mountain. In fact, you do recognize one of them being a rose-type flower that you've passed quite a lot along the journey up on the mountain. They grow on the mountainside, and they seem to be not bushes of them like most roses are, but these are like solo growing flowers. And they have they have kind of a grayish silver petal. But from what you can tell, they're not poisonous really at all. In fact, the aroma is pretty alluring, even for you, who's someone who doesn't exactly enjoy sweet
Oh yeah.
things, but it is pretty alluring. But you're able to you're able to make tea just fine. Everyone sits down, and Judah, who seems to be at the very least the leader, the only one who's shown himself as the leader of this little town of skeletons. He'll kind of like fold his hands together, and you'll see like his pinky bone, one of his bones in his pinky, kind of like rattle loose. He's like, shit, and he'll like poke it back in. So, I assume you don't know much about what's going on this mountain and why there's a bunch of walking, talking undead. So I guess we should start from the beginning. First things first is, hi, my name is Judah. I don't remember my last name. I've been here for... Adina, how long have you been here for? About 4 decades. 4 decades. That's about how long I've been here. For about 40 years now. Maybe a little bit longer, a little bit less. The dead decided to rise one day, and I woke up. And I found myself with no flesh and no understanding of how I died or why I'm alive. Or I guess how I am now. But over time, more dead have risen, and our population has grown to about 130 or so undead over the years. You would notice, Weaver specifically, as you were walking through town, you would notice a few undead that are more zombie looking than skeleton looking, where it seems like they're more freshly dead than the Judah you're talking to right now. He will then say, I think I don't know what caused this phenomena to happen. However, all of us do feel this pulse, and it seems like the pulse is steady. It almost feels like a heartbeat, but it's been so long I can't really remember what a heartbeat feels like. But it does feel like energy is constantly being pumped into us. The problem is I don't know where it's from, and none of us are even able to comprehend what direction it's coming from. My assumption it has something to do with some sort of, and according to the books inside the houses that we've been able to fix up over the years, there was a necromancer at one point that lived in the mountains, but we've since sought out that necromancer, and well, now you're looking at her, and he'll point to Adina. Yeah, I was once a necromancer. I lived in these mountains, and I died about 50 years ago. And then I woke up. And my knowledge of necromancy's heavy. But I don't know exactly, just like Judah here, where this pulse, and she will say with air quotes, is coming from. Generally, dead can only be summoned via magic, but it might be different for us. But we haven't really worried about looking into it since we're alive again, and we don't need to live with, we don't need to eat, we don't need to drink, we can just enjoy our lives and grow a community here up on the mountain.
Has anyone tried to leave the village?
Yes, Judah has. How far have you gotten, Judah? And Judah will say, I got just over the... And he'll, like, kind of, like, lean and look out the window, and he'll point to the hill that you guys just crossed over, where all the graves are, that you first saw. I've got to about there, and then my legs stopped working. So I turned around and came back. But I have been outside the walls,
So can I ask a question?
Of course.
How do you how do your numbers increase? Where are the new ones coming from?
Well,
They bone.
Bone.
well, you see, young elf, when one skeleton thrusts their pelvis into the other, no,
I'm just imagining like suddenly, like over the course of 9 months, just this little skeleton just grows and then just falls out of the pelvis of the female.
just forms out of the bone. Just
Yeah,
like,
just like pops into nothingness, floats there until it's fully formed and then just drops.
full blown stem cell baby. Yeah.
Then it breaks and they have to put it back together.
Yeah. No, he'll look at. Well, unfortunately, we've had our fair share of grave robbers and poachers that have come up on the mountain, and they try to find shelter here in our old town. But when they find out there's undead here, they freak out, as most do, and they attack us. So we're forced to deal with them. And then once they die, they, wait about 10 days, and all of a sudden they're alive again, just undead, and they're bound to whatever we're bound to here. So that's how we've grown our numbers.
Interesting.
Now, I realize that might come off as off-putting. I have no intention of killing or hurting any of you. You have all been gracious enough to at least hear us out first. You're the first warm-blooded people that have actually, not just attacked us right off the rip.
You can take the big guy if you want. That's a lot of bone.
He'll, look at Ori. We could use his strength. That would... Now, what am I even talking about? That's rude of me. I'm sorry. It's just been some time since we last had someone new join us, so, or really anybody come up here that at all. But you're here now, so if there's anything I could help you with, I have been living in these mountains for a very long time, and we hear things. Well, I don't have ears, but you get the point.
Indeed. Well, we are trying to find the dwarves.
Oh, well, that's easy. If that's all
Yeah?
if that's all, if you're only looking for the dwarves, then you just got to go up and knock on the gate up there. Whether or not they answer is, well, that's up to them, I guess.
Have you seen any before?
Have I seen dwarves before? Oh, yes, plenty. Just not in a long time.
So not recent. You haven't seen any come recently.
You're the first people that have come to this town in 10 years.
Are any of your neighbors of dwarven origin?
Most of us are humans and elves. There's a few orcs. There's no dwarves, I don't think. There are a few that I assumed were dwarves, but they ended up being halflings. But no, none of dwarven heritage. Well, there was one. Now that I think, and Adina will say, yes, that old codger that wandered up into the mountains and didn't return. What was his name? What was his name? Do you remember his name, Judah? I'm trying to think. I can't seem to recall his name. Huh. Oh, sorry. There was one fella that we thought could have been dwarvish, but he quickly ran up once he woke up, and he just didn't come back. Huh. And you just see, if a skeleton could like ponder, because it's hard, skeletons don't have any facial features other than what their skull is, but he's just kind of like looking down and like trying to remember, but he just can't seem to land on a memory.
So has your village ever been attacked by anything? We saw an interesting beast on the way up here.
I described the beast. I mean, we've been attacked by monsters before, and, well, you saw the piles of bones.
Well, it was almost cat-like looking, but it was purplish.
I don't know of any cat-like creatures other than the occasional displacer beast.
Alan, can you describe it better than me?
Yeah. It wasn't cat-like, Thaddeus. Were you? I guess you were kind of still sleepy. It was a wolf-like creature. Quite large, jet black fur. Kind of had weird energy pulsing off of it. Oh! Yes, you must be talking about the Thunder Beast. Yeah, we've seen it along with its offspring here and there, but it's always seems to just be looking down into the village and it's never come down here before. Oh. And Alan will sit there continuing to sip his flower tea.
Oh.
I wish, yeah, it'd be best to be on the good side of that one. That thing has some weird powers, for sure.
I mean, it was in the distance. It was on 4 legs. It could have been a cat.
It was clearly a dog or a wolf, Thaddeus. But it's all right. I understand. You're not the best whenever you're tired. Well, any other questions? I mean, I'm here. I've got knowledge on the mountain. If you're looking for the dwarves, your best bet is just to go up to the gate and hope someone answers. No one's ever been able to open it before, and I've never been able. I mean, I've never personally been up there before, but even when I was alive, it was well, when I was alive. Now that I'm trying to remember, if I remember correctly, the dwarves kept it locked unless they had merchants going in and out. But I was a young man.
Does this lack of memory affect everyone here?
Yeah.
Be nice, Fatin. They're skeletons. Their brains are probably...
Oh, there's no brain left in this skull. It's long been rotted out.
So, do you guys have any shops or?
The occasional villager probably has the occasional doodad that they've been able to procure from those grave robbers and poachers, but whether or not they'd be helpful to you, that's up to you, I suppose. And I don't know if they'd be willing to part with them. Us undead cling to... Well, we cling to items that make us feel like we're alive again. As he'll kind of like point to the bow on his back.
That is different, though. That allows you to defend yourself.
Yes, that's true, but this bow was buried with me. And when I rose from the dead, I instinctually grabbed it, and it's been a part of me ever since I woke up. I must have been a hunter or something in my old days. But...
Do you sleep?
No. Us undead have no need to sleep. The bones do get tired occasionally. So we do have need for rest. But sleeping is only beneficial to those that have alive bodies that require rest and energy. Ours just kind of move on their own. I don't know.
Wonder if they get boners.
Are you saying that quietly, or are you saying that out loud?
Kind of like whispering that to Ori.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, me make a stealth check?
Or sleight of hand, whichever one you prefer. 28. Neither of them heard you. I rolled a 2.
Or didn't even hear you. That was so quiet.
I said, I wonder if they get boners.
You say that louder.
Yeah.
They rolled a 2. They didn't hear you. Well,
Why don't you ask them?
and he's
I'm
like,
not
well,
gonna ask him.
hold on, let me...
You ask
You
him.
want me to? Are you shy?
Well, yes.
He's
but
ignoring both of you. He's standing up, and he looks like he's going over to a bookshelf.
I don't know if it'd be appropriate.
Why? Why wouldn't it be appropriate?
Is that all bone?
I suppose if I was to part anything that's important to me, it'd be to help someone. Okay, and he'll grab a book off of his shelf. And Thaddeus, you read Dwarvish, right?
I believe so. Language is Dwarvish, yes.
As he brings it up, you immediately recognize in Dwarvish it says the ancient mountain language and its runes. And it's a book that is very clearly about some sort of Dwarvish. But he brings it up, he's like, this book might help you. If you're looking to see the dwarves, maybe this book I found will aid you somehow.
Are you willing to part with it?
You see, I said that some of us undead have items that we care about because it's easier for us. Makes us feel somewhat alive again. This is one of those books. For some reason, I have a drawing to it. I can't read it, but the letters and the runes inside of it mean something, and I can't ever put my finger on it. But you're welcome to look at it, and he'll put it down on the...
Could we borrow it and take it with us if we promise to bring it back?
Make a persuasion check. Wow. Wow. He has a +0 in insight, and he rolled a natural 18. So you beat him by 1. As long as you promise to bring it back, I suppose you could borrow it.
I mean, I could leave an item. I have these 2 different parts of a dagger.
You're only carrying one part, I would like to remind you. Stop trying to give people the
Correct.
cursed dagger.
I think I'm holding half of it or something
right.
like
Bad
that.
you are.
Todd.
My camera's fucking up again. Love that. No, and he'll say to you, no, there's no need. So long as you promise to bring it back, I think, a man's word is good enough for me, I suppose. And he'll hand it to you, but by all means, take a look at it. I would absolutely love if any of you have knowledge on the Dwarvish language. I would love to know what these runes say. I've been looking at it for years now, and I haven't been able to translate any of it.
Am I able to read it or understand? I mean, what the runes are saying?
So the language on the front of the book and the binding of the book are like modern Dwarvish. It's the Dwarvish that you have learned to read over the years. It's the Dwarvish that you've learned how to speak over the years. As you open the book, you see a few words that mean the same and a few words that are really weird. And then you realize that this language is an entirely different form and dialect of the Dwarvish language. So, I'm going to say, if you would like to attempt to decipher this and gain access to this link to a website I have that translates the runes I'm using for this that I'm using for this gate, you are going to have to roll a history check.
History is +4 to intelligence. Yeah, what the hell? I don't know if anybody can boost me. We need a bard.
I mean, yeah, he'll inspire you. So add a D8 to your roll.
Okay, so let's hold on.
Alan will cast Enhance Ability and give you advantage on your intelligence check as well.
There's my D8, so I add 1.
Now you can roll with advantage.
Oh, I roll with advantage?
Yep, Alan's giving you Enhance Ability for intelligence.
Okay, so let me roll another.
Oh, no, you don't roll advantage on the D8. You only roll advantage on the D20.
Okay. And I'm rolling history, right?
History. 23.
Why didn't it show on my end?
So the AC that I had set for this translation was pretty high because it is Old Dwarvish. And I set it at 22. You rolled a 23. So, it'll take you some time, and it'll probably take you the better part of... It'll take you the better part of tonight and the next night. However, if you spend all of your downtime before bed and during what would be perceived as your watch, I will say that you will be able to decipher and figure out the alphabetic meaning for each individual rune that is in this book for Old Mountain Speak.
I just lost fucking Google.
And I will grab a link.
Okay, that's back.
So, actually, I'll grab a
Did
picture.
stream freeze for anyone else too?
Did it?
It did for me.
No,
but
mine's open.
Like I
It's still
said,
working.
yeah, like I said, I've been having weird internet things, so
All right. Instead of sending you a link, I will send you a screenshot.
Actually, I'm going to share it with. Is this something I could share, or?
Well, yes, because it is going to be you're deciphering the runes, and what I'm giving you will be the result of 2 nights of deciphering and spending time with the book. So I will give you this screenshot once those 2 days have passed.
Okay.
So
in game, right?
In game, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get drunk and pass out for 2 days.
2 days.
So I guess that's the question. Do you guys want to spend the next couple of days resting just because you've been traveling for the last 3 or 4 days up a mountain, or do you want to continue on right away?
I mean, we
A
probably
nappy.
should.
Alara could use a nappy.
It is about midday. So if you guys wanted to, go ahead. Uh-oh, his internet's...
Oh, it's my internet flipping.
Yeah.
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. This one suggests we remain today and depart again tomorrow.
I agree.
Judah will look at all of you. Well, there's a house that no one uses right across the street. The reason they don't use it is there's no furniture in there.
I thought you were going to say because there were ghosts.
Oh,
We
there's
can make do.
there's plenty of undead here, but ghosts, at least to my knowledge, aren't one of them. So, yeah, you're free to use that house, and he'll point to this house across the street. Feel free to use it however you feel. It should be big enough to sleep all 8 of you. And do please tell me, once you're done deciphering that book, Thaddeus, I would love to see what you come up with.
Oh, certainly, most certainly, I will share my information with you.
I appreciate
we
it.
we may need to leave tomorrow, so I may have to travel first and then stop back on the way and return the book and give you my information, if that's okay with you.
That is okay. That is fine. Well,
Do you guys drink alcohol?
we don't drink anything, unfortunately.
I bet you have some good aged booze around here.
You're free to look around. Just don't steal from anybody.
I don't know why I feel that there's something in this frickin' town I'm supposed to find.
I don't know, is there?
I don't know. It's like, literally, it's in the back of my head that there's something in this village that I'm supposed to find.
Hey, Thaddeus, you want to go exploring?
We could do that. I don't think there's any families that you could assist with taking care of Dad and Mom.
Or he's going to first explore this house?
Okay.
Elka's gonna join in. Just in case they need someone small to dig around.
Okay.
Wonder.
Dig around?
Yeah, like crawl under things. I don't know. It's a decrepit village.
Can anybody in our party detect magic?
Oh.
Ooh, this one can.
Yeah.
All the druids can.
I'm wondering if
Alan is straight vibing with the skeletons, by the way. He's just sitting there sipping tea, chatting up a storm with Adina.
Living it up.
wondering if some of these old houses may have some forgotten realms or items that have been displaced.
We're going to start looking around.
Okay. What is everyone else going to do before we get to the high class shenanigans that's undoubtedly about to unfold?
I'm going to spend the time trying to get the house appropriate for us to sleep in for the night.
Okay.
They offered us.
I'm gonna help out with that.
Okay.
Shouldn't Thaddeus be focusing on the book?
He should
and
be.
not digging around.
I mean, that's not up to me.
Crap. That's right. I should be focusing on that.
No, you're okay.
No, Ori.
Yes.
I need Ori. If you want to look around, you're more than welcome. But I need to focus on this. That will help us in the long run. Can't believe I just adulted.
You are indeed an adult.
Is he though? How old are you in elf years?
He's pretty much a child.
No,
Thaddeus, how old are you?
I actually don't. I think he's 100 and...
105 according to the card thing.
That is still. I think that's still a child. Like I think 150 is like maybe teenager.
Yes, but you also have to remember the backstory he told all of you. The fact that he was shipped off as a very, very, very young elf. Like less than 15 years old, he was shipped off. He's basically an infant that was exiled. So, you know. He's had time to grow up, I suppose.
Gay baby.
Yep. He was exiled because he was gay. That is the
And a baby.
that is the
And a
back
baby.
and a baby. That is the
Babies aren't allowed to
backstory.
be gay.
Little star.
It's like Sparta. He threw off a cliff.
Lex, my little star.
Little star.
Little star.
Okay.
Oh my god, Alara, I just realized we're both abandoned babies.
A lot of y'all are
Yeah,
like,
but I feel like your
I was
mom
gonna say.
hated you.
a lot of y'all are like either orphans or like excommunicated, runaways or exiles. You know,
The land
And
of
then there's
Dummy.
Zane, who's like, look at my family, and we're like, rub it in, you fucker.
My family loves me. I don't know.
Listen, just because I wasn't abandoned doesn't mean I'm going to abandon you all.
I am God's favorite.
Which one?
All of them.
Jesus
I
from
got
the
it.
Bible.
Well, let me ask real quick.
From the Bible. I'm his favorite.
are you asking? Wait, hold on. What are you doing, Nate? You just said
We're
hold on.
gonna- Let me ask real quick. We're just gonna get on his knees. Say, hey, you there?
Roll a religion check.
If we say Jesus wasn't, like, Jesus
I
was in.
swear to God, if
the
you roll
Bible.
bad and Jesus hates me, I'm gonna cry.
Nat 20.
No
Woo!
fucking way.
Holy shit.
You say
Oh,
that
God,
like he
maybe
doesn't
that was
always
bad.
nat 20.
That may be
All
bad.
right. Let me break out a table.
Oh boy.
I mean, I just wanted to ask
Jesus
if you
from
liked
the
Alara.
middle.
Hopefully, he doesn't possess me and kill everyone in this village.
Ori, as you
They're
kneel,
already dead.
as you kneel down to pray and ask if the gods love Alora. Or
I was asking. I was asking the other guy, not all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make that clear.
Yep. I understand.
I'm not doing like a board meeting.
A boring.
Yep. You hear an echoing voice in your head. Love no one.
I don't know who that is,
Okay.
but we don't vibe with him.
You want to talk about it? Are you okay?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
No,
Ow, my head. 19.
You feel a creeping sensation of anger, bloodlust, and like just this feeling of unreasonable anger rush into you briefly, and then you kind of shake it off like, what the fuck?
Alara's gonna be like sitting almost like a sweet puppy dog shaking its tail happy. I'm just like,
Does anyone?
What did he say, Ori? I'm God's favorite, aren't I?
Unfortunately, he was very upset when I asked him that.
What do you mean he was upset?
I don't know. It was very unreasonable.
You mean he doesn't love me?
I can
Even
ask him
God
again.
would abandon me too.
I don't know. He's kind of an asshole. I wouldn't worry about it. There is still there is still at least one other god.
Ori,
I don't know how many there are.
as the words "he's an asshole" come out of your mouth, you feel your head
Oh,
intensely.
come on.
you just summon
Not
a
again.
boss fight. Like,
You
with
feel
Jesus Christ.
you feel an intense rush of pain hit your head. You take where's that one? Okay. You take 28 points of psychic damage.
Oh, fuck. Well, you can't... Just
And-
reinforcing my statement.
He says
Or he's
nothing.
gonna just die.
What?
If you need someone to talk to, I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
Nothing.
All right, he's pouting now. Don't hurt my head again, because you are pouting. Or he's gonna point up or down, both actually, because he did it.
Well, that
Lecturing,
was disappointing.
lecturing some whatever deity is in your brain. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe the gods just don't like you, Ori, and you're the problem.
I don't know.
As
How
a
about you ask?
stop-
How about you ask another one? And don't project onto me.
I will absolutely project onto you.
Don't say it like that. That was scary.
Woof.
I'm learning it from watching you.
All right, what's in this
You
house?
didn't know.
I was gonna start looking around this house.
There's nothing in this house. This house is nothing but a wooden floor, and four walls and a roof, a few windows.
No hidden passages.
If you'd like to,
What time of day is it?
midday.
I was gonna start looking around the whole town until we find something.
Are you looking for anything?
Uh,
If you're looking for something specific, it's the DC goes up. If you're just looking for something, it stays where it's at.
magic items.
Magic
do that.
items? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check. And if people are helping you look, you can roll with advantage. Or if you want someone else to roll with you, you can do that.
Investigation. Does anyone else want to roll, or do you want me to just roll advantage?
I mean, I assume I'm helping Zane set up the house to be
Alright, so
as comfortable as possible.
the person is Alara or Elka.
Okay, help. Help me look for
Okay.
cool things.
I will help investigate.
So you can
Yeah,
either.
don't ask me. I have a -1.
That's fair.
Wait, what do I have? I should
I
know
don't want to
this.
ask Alara because the
I
I have a
like
plus
the what?
one.
People,
I
you
can-
saw.
I have
Notes.
a +6 in intimidation, but only 1 in investigation. I should up that.
Actually, same.
It's funny how the two fighters are the ones actually looking for shit. Like they're.
We're just so
We're-
bored.
That's why we need Thaddeus.
19.
If you would have asked me and I rolled, I would have been like, I found a rock. And
I
literally
didn't know
did
if
it.
you would have found a rock, and they're everywhere.
I rolled a 19.
19. Okay, we go ahead and roll
That's
it.
better
Until...
than me.
Okay.
I got a
That's
17.
Okay. It takes a long time to search around, a good 2 hours. You're looking, skeletons are like looking at you like, what are they doing?
Ignore us.
It takes you a little time, but with a 19, the DC was an 18, which is starting to become a trend. You guys are beating my DCs by 1.
Don't increase it by 1. My heart will break.
One gang.
Yeah, please don't.
You find nothing. No, I'm kidding.
Son of a bitch.
You eventually do find your way over to this section of town. And what you see is an old... It looks like a dried up fountain. There's no more water flowing through it. However, Elka, as you look closely, you do notice your affinity for magic, as you know, has never been superb.
Just rub it in.
But wow, got defensive real fast there, little rabbit.
I know I don't know I'm bad at magic. I literally froze my feet in a river the first time I had magic.
first time you ever used it, though. Whatever. We've had this trauma dump before. Let's.
I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'm over it. It's fine.
However, ever since receiving the necklace from Elkis, your affinity for magic has slowly become, at least your understanding of like how to spot magic has become better. Just because you're constantly wearing this humming ball of magic energy that's for like the last week and a half. Actually, it's been more like, about a week. You look at this fountain, and you do notice what looks to be a handle sticking out of the bottom of this. Looks to be like a sword handle sticking out of the bottom of this like fountain, and it is oddly magical. Can't help but shake that feeling.
All right, I'm gonna go pull on it.
Okay. You pull on it, and as you pull, you feel it let go with your innate strength. It's not that big of a deal, and you pull it out, and it's just the hilt of a sword. Looks to be probably a short sword, is your best guess, or once was a short sword. But the handle's light. It's like the cross guard is a rusted steel of some sort, and the handle's black, but the pommel of the sword is brilliantly carved, and there's inscriptions on it. Do you read Elvish?
Nope.
It looks like some mumbo jumbo to you.
Cool.
But the blade is no longer there. But it looks like a short sword. Maybe it could have been a long sword, but for a smaller person that could use it as a two-handed weapon. But for your average knowledge of, and actual for you, your pretty inept knowledge of
Don't you mean adept?
Adept. Brain did a
Reversal.
the darn English language got me again. You're pretty adept with your knowledge of weapons. So your best guess is that it was probably a short sword, but again, it could have been a long one, a long sword if wielded by the right person. But you pick it up, and immediately you could feel magic coursing through the hilt of this once used blade. But that's all you found.
I'm gonna go show it to Ori. Does he speak Elvish?
Ori, do you speak Elvish?
Or he looks at it. What's that say?
I don't know. I was hoping you knew.
Well, you do have an elf in your party.
If only we had an elf in our party.
I know, right? If only we knew what this was.
I just want to interrupt just real quick. Break the fourth wall. I came back from the bathroom and Maisie was on top of my desk with her face in my McFlurry cup and couldn't get off her nose.
Sounds
If you fed her more, I don't know.
What a bitch.
Damn. Sounds about Maisie. Yep.
Ilara's with us, right?
Yeah.
Because she's with. Does she speak
she read?
Elvish?
I only speak Infernal and Druidic.
God, okay.
Can't speak Goblin? Does Goblin have a language?
Yep.
I can speak Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Alaire can speak Goblin.
That would be really funny if you could.
All right. We'll bring it back. So like, where I pulled it out, was it just like sitting there, or was it like in the stone or something?
It seemed to be loosely sitting inside the stone.
Can I go back and investigate the stone to see if there's a blade in there?
Yeah. I'm gonna say if you're taking your time to really, really look, you could roll investigation with advantage.
I'll do that. We'll take our time. 15?
Yeah. You take a look. You do see some metal down in the what looks to be the stab wound, quote unquote, to the stone.
Is there any possibility of pulling that out?
You'd have to chisel away the rock, or you'd have to find ways to break it out of there.
Is there enough? Wait, I'm gonna look at Ori and be like, can you stomp on this and break the stone around this?
Yeah, I can try.
Get stomping, smashing.
Or he's gonna try to stomp a few inches away from the hole.
Okay.
Try to like loosen the ground.
Roll an athletics check then.
I'm fucking incredible at this.
Maisie, what are you doing? Why are you being bad?
28.
As you stomp down, Elka, you jump a lot yourself. However, you're not used to your feet leaving the ground without you meaning them to. But there's a weird sensation because as Ori starts to stomp, he's kind of creating a small little tremor with his feet, and Ori, you're able to break up the stone that is on the ground here. With a 28, you do notice cracks starting to form towards where the sword was placed into the stone. So you're starting to see some wear and tear around it. If you continue, maybe it might break out.
All right, I'll keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna say roll an athletics check with advantage.
$26.
26. You keep stomping some more, Elka. It's hard to keep your feet on the ground.
Whee!
And Alara, it feels like you're on a roller coaster. Heard a little bit of the toad scream there.
So almost RDD2.
Yeah. I can't keep my focus. Oh my god. ADHD's kicking my ass today. After a bit of stomping, you do start to notice the rock, Elka, is you could start to break apart if you pulled hard enough around where the sword was placed in there. Just because of the cracking of the stone, just from the sheer strength and weight of your Minotaur friend.
I'll start trying to pull out the rocks and
you
stuff.
Roll an athletics check.
Yeah, we need a pickaxe.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, easy enough. You start to pull apart the rock, and you do eventually find it's broken. Pieces of metal, but they do look like a blade at one time. And as you continue to break it apart, you do eventually find what looks to be maybe a foot long chunk of, it's either steel or platinum, one of the two. Hard to tell just from where you're at right now. But you pull out this piece of what looks to be a part of a blade. As you go to look farther in there, down into the hole, that's you pulling out this piece of metal. It's it's almost as if the sword was placed in this hole while it was already broken. Because as you pull it out, you know that the end that was farthest into the stone is very curiously cracked in like a sharper version of it. Like it's almost like the blade was sharpened to a point after it broke.
I will show Ori our spoils.
We did it.
Yay.
Mind you, going off of your... actually, I'm going to say make an Arcana check.
Nat 20.
Hey, let's go.
Look at me with the magic skills. Suck that, Pavin.
Pavin shivers from halfway across the world. Okay. You look at this blade, and it is erupting with magical latency. It's almost as if the blade itself was forged in magic. Hard to tell, even with a natural 20 Arcana. It's really hard to tell what type of magic it is, and it's hard to tell how old the magic is. However, it's plain as day that this blade, the physical metal that was used to forge this blade, is just illuminating the area with magic. And as you put it close, like hold it kind of close to the hilt, you feel almost like a magnetism between the blade and the hilt. However, as you hold them close, the magnetism feels like they need to be connected, but it almost feels like they're also pushing each other away for some reason. It's hard to tell. But with a natural 20, you can't help but get this suspicious feeling that there's obviously more to this blade. I mean, clearly it was broken somewhere. But...
Maybe one of the more magically inclined people in our party can help us with maybe searching for more pieces.
Yeah.
Do we have all the pieces?
Nope.
No.
You have about a foot worth of blade, and then the hilt. And the blade is very cracked. And I'd say, actually, the other thing you'd notice about this blade is that it has the same markings in writings as the hilt. So
we should bring this back to everyone else and see if they can maybe help us. Maybe the skeletons know a little bit about this. Maybe. I know they don't know a lot.
Good plan. We're just gonna try his hardest to read Elvish.
Make an intelligence check.
$16.
16. You know, you've been around Elvish enough that you don't know how to read it, you don't know how to translate it. However, you have picked up the occasional word here and there, just because it is a regularly spoken and written language in this world. One of the runes that you do notice on the pommel of the hilt is it's an Elvish rune for power, but that's all you can really decipher. The only reason you know what power means is because the country that you grew up in, or the country that was formed in your youth of Astrium, is a primarily Elvish kingdom, and you do remember street signs being written in Elvish as you were leaving Astrium. So you have picked up a few words here and there, and the one that you do recognize is power with that 16.
Would I be able to cast locate object?
On the blade?
Yes. Like for the other part of the blade?
You could
like the pieces?
You could try, but just a reminder, locate object is only within 1,000 feet.
Let me
So
check. What level spell is that?
second, third,
Divination 2. So yeah.
so second.
I mean, we will be taking a long rest before continuing.
Yeah, I mean,
so
if you want to try, I mean, this town is roughly. I mean, we're judging it off of feet. It's, I think I set each of these squares to be not. Maybe I set them to 5 feet. I think I did set them to 5 feet. These should actually be set to about 20 feet each. So, I mean, you could probably cover almost all. Yeah. From where you're at, you could cover almost all of the town because, I mean, locate object lasts for 10 minutes, I think.
I think so.
So if you cast it and walk around, you might be able to see it.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. You cast locate objects or locate object, and in the immediate vicinity, you only sense the ping of the blade that is in Elka's hand right now. So you do not sense any other parts of this weapon.
Okay.
Currently. So, are you guys going to start walking back, or are you going to explore more in this area?
I kind of want to see if we can find the rest of the sword.
Okay.
First.
Where
yeah,
are
I think
they?
since we have someone to help us out to look, it might be fun to find the rest of it.
Okay. And just
We're over on the
I threw-
left side
I-
of the map.
I threw Elka's token over there. Over by the circle on the bottom left, Todd.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you guys are going to start heading back to I guess heading back to the house to see if you can gain the help of anybody, or see if Alara can ping any sort of any parts of this blade?
Yeah, I think just kind of like wandering around.
Okay. As you wander around, Elka, you do feel with the blades in your hand, with the blade in your left and the hilt in your right, you feel almost like a shivered, like a bone chilling sensation is the best way I could describe it. And as I wait for Lexi to get off the phone with her mother, you can't help but feel a little weirded out by this once weapon. It's you can't tell if it's because of the magic that's seeping through it, or if it's because there's just, what is it doing at the bottom of this well? It's off-putting. But as you make your way back, I guess we could get to while Lex is gone, we can get to the you said you wanted to try to have somebody like Thaddeus see if he could translate the inscriptions on the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we can get to that. You get back to the house, and what do they find Thaddeus doing as they get back to the house?
Eating cheese, drinking wine, and reading.
Okay. You find him doing the most elf thing you could think of. It was probably the most elf thing you've ever seen him do. At this point, Alan is back. It has entered into the house, and is just kind of sipping on more tea and just kind of relaxing. But you guys walk in, and he's like, welcome back. Did you find anything interesting?
Found this broken sword.
Well, there's a lot of those around here, but
This
good job.
This one was plunged into the floor of a fountain,
Really?
and it feels quite magical.
I can see that from here.
This one could try to mend it.
I think we're missing some pieces.
Well, and I could do that too, but if you're missing pieces, the the mending spell only works, well, it's a cantrip, so can only really do so much. But I'd say you probably need to take that to a blacksmith if you ever find the rest of it. But
Well, there's also it's covered in Elvish, and we
What?
can't read that.
oh, and Alan will just like look around the door at Thaddeus.
Did somebody say Elvish?
Only we knew an elf.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thaddeus, come here.
I'm gonna put something in the book, flip it upside down so I don't lose my spot, and walk over.
Thaddeus, you're part elf, right?
You're a little bit of an elf, right?
Yeah.
You're an elf guy.
You got some elf blood in you?
Last I checked, yes. I had some half elf blood in me too. That's a different story.
Beat me to it.
Could you translate the runes on this?
For a cost.
Excuse me?
I'm kidding. Just give me booze. Yes, of course I will translate.
Okay. With your ability to read Elvish, I'm going to say okay. I've got a DC in mind, and it's pretty low. Go ahead, Thaddeus, and make a history check with advantage. Because these are okay. 14. The DC was pretty low. It takes you a little bit of time, but written on the pommel in Elvish runes is the rune for power, the rune for knowledge, and the rune for magic. These are Elvish words that have been runes are Elvish words or words in general that have been shortened down into symbols and that mean something to the weapon maker or the enchanter. As you look at part of the blade, it's a sentence that's written on the blade. But because the blade is broken, it's only half the sentence, not even. Probably about you would gauge it's probably the last third of the sentence that was written on this blade. And what you can read is right here. Okay. You would read, "Find the knowledge of Narbeth and return it to thee."
Would that mean anything to me at all?
Zane, Thaddeus, and Thaddeus. Probably just Zane and Thaddeus. Both of you roll a history check.
Advantage or regular?
Just regular.
Second. 5. That's
cut out.
22.
Oh, there you go. 22. 13. Thaddeus, you didn't get quite far enough in your Elvish history lessons as a child. Whether that's because you slacked off or slacked off to go play with Noetic or just
play.
Well, this would have been when they were children.
We played.
Yes, played. Or if you were just slacking off and you were being obstinate, you can't help but feel like you've heard the name Narbeth, but you can't quite put a finger on it. However, Zane, growing up in Ebrax, you have heard the name of Narbeth Ralifaran, an Elvish scholar that once seriously, dog? Sorry. Jackson.
Did you just say seriously, Todd?
No, I said seriously.
Dog.
George,
No,
Oh.
dog.
he's getting
I did
into
the same
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, he was. I had my plate from dinner sitting over on
Oh.
my bed, and he was just like, "Yep, this is mine now." Okay,
I'm just
sorry.
sitting here eating, and I thought you said seriously, Todd. It's like what?
So you have heard. So Zane, you've heard of the great scholar Narbeth Relifarn. He was an elvish scholar that existed pre-fracture. He was actually from the island of Ebrax before Ebrax was Ebrax. This elvish scholar grew up on the island, but eventually ventured out into the greater world and spread out in his search for knowledge. He's best known for being the creator and the script or the scribe for the scribe for all elvish runes that are used in common enchantments. And that is what you remember from your studious days as a young one.
I will share my knowledge with the group.
Okay.
Thank you for your knowledge.
You're welcome.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
So I guess what does that mean about this blade then?
Means it probably his. Was
Is it
his.
something we want to put back together?
I mean, if you can find a blade, I can probably stick it back on.
Zane, funny enough, with your background in weaponsmithing and just your overall ability to enchant and enhance, you look at this metal. You've never seen this metal before that composes the blade. You do see elements of like steel and silver and platinum, but it is a mixture of metals that like is an alloy that you have never seen before. What'd you roll for history check?
22.
22. Okay. With the 22 history, you had heard of the union between dwarves and elves prior to the fracture. How the dwarves came out of their mountain keeps to do trade with the elves of the forest that surrounded a majority of the mountains on Sylvania. You do remember hearing of a metal that is composed of many different elements that were dug up from the earth by the dwarves. However, you cannot remember what the name is, and all you know is that there was a metal that was once the prized commodity, or I guess more of a, not a commodity, but a rarity for the dwarvish people. It was the metal that they used to make the swords and make the weapons of the oligarchs of Arendor. It was the metal that they used to make all the kings that sat underneath their mountains and ruled the dwarves. You knew such a metal existed. However, it's hard with a 22. It's hard to remember what the name of that metal is. However, there is a slight inkling and curiosity with how you operate that this metal may be similar to that. But it's hard to tell.
Sodium.
Okay.
So, anything else with the blade that you want to try to figure out?
When I look at it, or touch it, do I get any like feelings of anything, like it's communicating with me, or?
Make a wisdom saving throw. I'm kidding.
Oh Jesus!
You've had a
Hi, Torben.
you and cursed items is starting to become a meme.
Starting.
Or has become a
Just
meme.
starting to.
Okay. But yeah, no, you touch it, it's just a blade. It's a broken blade that who knows who it belonged to and who knows why it was in that fountain. So,
Well, we know who it belonged to.
well, it had a name
We
on
suspect we know who it belongs to.
it. Uh-huh.
Well, you should hold on to that though.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm telling you, you should. It's not normal metal.
Oh.
It's made of sterner stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, hopefully we'll find the rest of it somewhere. I feel like it's useless without the rest of it.
It's at least rare without it.
Okay.
Where'd the ladder go?
She's talking to her mom at the moment.
No, I know.
Oh,
she's on her cell phone.
I would
Play
say
Monopoly Go.
I would say Alara would not get any more pings for that weapon inside this village. As she makes it to the center, she doesn't get any more pings with a locate object. So I'll let her know that whenever she comes back. Okay.
Failed.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before you take a long rest?
Yes, but not until towards the night. So.
Okay.
Oh, just quick question. Do you think we should ask the guy about this?
They don't seem to remember much. I mean, it can't hurt, I guess.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
We'll show it to Jebediah.
Judah is his name.
Judah.
Hallelujah.
All right.
Jedediah.
She's back. With a locate object, there's Lex. There's no other pings for that weapon inside the village.
Balls.
Okay, so you're gonna go ask Judah about the sword. Okay. So you walk in, and you just walking into the house that he brought you into.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in, and Adina is sitting at the table, just kind of like dozing off, and like definitely kind of looking not really paying attention. However, Judah's fiddling with one of the books that he has on his bookshelf, and he sees you walking. He's like, "Oh, welcome back. I hope the house and the accommodations is at least fitting for the night."
Yeah.
Cat cam.
Nice. What can I do for you?
We found this sword in the fountain, and we were wondering if you knew what it was.
May I see it?
I will let him see it.
He will look at it. He will roll an investigation check. Never seen this before. Where'd you find it?
I literally just said we found it in the fountain. Bruh, listen.
You did say that. You did say that, huh?
I did.
Interesting. Never seen it
Can I
before.
insight check that.
Yeah. He just feels.
This-
You feel an air of him not wanting to be rude, but you kind of walked in on him.
Were they boning?
Literally.
You walked in on no. It's like walking in on someone who's in the middle of like their quote unquote enrichment time. Where they're he feels like he feels like you get the sense of like a impatient urgency for you to just kind of get out of the house. But not like he's not trying to be rude.
Mhm.
And there's not anything malicious from what you can sense behind that.
So I was more interested in, does he legitimately know anything about the blade or not?
He has no idea.
Okay. This one thinks we have interrupted you. Let us, looking at the rest of the party, let us return. And I'll start walking out.
Okay.
Very well. Well, you have a good night.
You as well.
Oh, I will.
What is his enrichment? Jesus.
Got a boner.
Oh, man.
You want to spend part of your night to find out? You certainly can.
No, I do not. I don't want to know what they do.
I'm gonna pull out my cloak. I'm gonna go full stealth, and I'm gonna sneak in and watch.
Okay.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, I got kind of. I may have gotten a little bit too excited to describe two skeletons fucking each other, but you know.
Or he's gonna stand at the door and wait.
It's just gonna sound like skeletons, like when they walk and they make that like crunching sound of bones. Like it's just gonna be that, just like bones hitting each other.
It's just gonna sound like my knees in the morning.
I was about to say the exact
Yes.
thing.
Crunch.
Dude, it's my lower back popped this morning. I was like, oh, that's not normal.
It is now.
Yeah.
Welcome to getting old, Zach.
But okay. So, or you're just gonna stand in the doorway?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's weird.
Wait, let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Is that the sound?
What?
What?
Oh, I just cracked my neck.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
didn't come through.
Okay. So you guys gonna just go to sleep?
No.
Okay.
I will look at or pull Thaddeus aside into another room if there is one, or kind of just to a corner if there isn't. And friend Thaddeus, this one calls promising to scry on Noetic for you.
I'm sorry, I was deep in thought. What? You wish to scry for me?
Yes, this one has spells available.
Oh, shit! Yes.
How many times can you scry?
2.
2. Okay.
But I'm only going to do 1 for right now.
Okay.
But is there anything that I can like set it up so that he can see it through the mirror that I have, or
no. You would need a scry room. So the best thing that could happen is that you could just
talk it out, describe?
Or you could say, I describe everything I saw, and
Yeah.
it's me describing the scene and everybody hears it.
Yep.
Well, I have
then-
I have a mirror. I don't know if that's.
I do too.
Yeah, no, it's your guys' ability to see the scry that the woman did back in was it Anaric? Yeah, it was Anaric.
My girlfriend did that.
Yes, her.
Hey.
She had a special room that was specifically meant for sharing the vision of a scry spell. And you, to all of your knowledge, that's the only way you could share a scry spell with someone is if you have access to one of those rooms. Okay, so you're gonna attempt
in
to
that
scry.
case- Yes, but I'm also going to pull Elka across to translate because Vivra's common is a little iffy. So Vivra's going to describe everything in Draconic and have Elka translate.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. All right. So you're gonna you describe how you set up your scry, Sarah. Your ceremony.
Yeah. So it's all of Weaver's magic is essentially fire based. So he's gonna kind of set the mirror down, produce flames in his hands, and leave almost like tiny tea lights in a circle around him. And he kind of sits down and produces another larger flame kind of on top of the mirror and looks into that flame, and that flame shows the scry.
Okay. Wow. Nice. Okay. Assuming you're taking the whatever little keepsake that Thaddeus keeps to remind him. And the fact that you have now seen what Noetic looks like, you've heard the descriptions of Noetic, and you've seen him talk because of your experience with the scry room. I'm going to say that this scry will have a base roll. It will not. This is no longer secondhand knowledge. This is firsthand knowledge.
Cool.
So there won't be any issues with that. So you begin your scry.
And I would like to do this close enough to the end of the night to where Noetic might be going. Noetic's half elf, correct? And Thaddeus is elf?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would like to be doing this close to when Noetic might be going to bed.
Okay. All right. So you begin your incantation. Fire starts to erupt around the mirror and circle around the mirror. Okay. And you feel your consciousness focus only on the mirror. And as your eyes goes directly, as your own self goes into this void of a mirror, you find yourself looking down on a dark-skinned, he has grayish, like black skin, half-elf. He's currently, you see him reading something, definitely a book. And you see him with looks to be it's either a lute or a lyre. It's hard to tell. But it's sitting next to him on this bed, and he is currently sitting in candlelight, reading something. If you want to look in further into the scry, I'm going to have you roll a perception check.
I'm going to go for that, because why not? Ooh.
12.
That was an ass roll.
The vision does clear up just a little bit. You can now tell he has a lute. next to him, and you could tell that the book he has is leather bound and not paper bound. And you could very clearly see a determined look on his face. Can't really catch much detail of the room he's in. But you do catch detail of a sense, even with a 12, the DC for you is a little lower, just given you, who you are. You do smell salt water. You smell just a very brackish like smell that's wafting through the air, and you can't get it out of your nose. And as you go to like focusing closer, you notice the book, his hands stop and clench the book, and you just see him like stare up, kind of right at you. And he will put his hand up and go, huh, and clench his fist, and the connection is broken.
This is interesting. This one was perceived by Noetic, and he dispelled my scry.
What? I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with magical stuff like this. I'm not understanding what you're saying. He knew that you were looking in?
Yes. This one has another idea.
I'm all ears.
I start to lay out another set of items for another spell, a different set of items for another spell.
Okay.
And kind of talking as I go. This one's found father was also a druid, but of where this one has mastery of fire, this one's father had mastery of dreams. This one would like to try and send you into Noetic's dreams.
Wait, you could send me into his dreams? Oh my
This one
God.
thinks so.
Yes. Yes, he has to know that I'm okay and that I'm alive. When we parted, the last thing we said is we would always try our hardest to find and search for each other.
Alrighty. Then I'm going
My
to...
eyes swell with emotion.
And I'm completely ignoring the emotion. I'm just focused on laying out the items for the dream spell.
Okay.
And it looks like, excuse me, I can cast it in a minute. It would last 8 hours. I'm assuming that if Noetic is awake, the dream can essentially start within that 8-hour duration.
Yeah, how the dream spell works is basically You have to send you send one willing participant into the dream of another that you know of. That other must not be an elf because they don't sleep. But however, the person you sending could be any race. The spell will last.
It literally says,
yeah.
If the target is awake when you cast the spell, the messenger knows it and can either end the trance or wait for the target to fall asleep.
Yeah. So, if you, given the scry, you knew that Noetic was still awake.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you'd like to wait just a little bit, given the fact that this is you have a purpose and the fact that Thaddeus doesn't need to sleep, you could wait a little bit to cast the spell, and then
worst case, I'm willing to take the point of exhaustion of not getting a long rest.
I think you should be fine, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to wait a little bit, you can wait a little bit. A little bit of time passes if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
A majority of the people in this room are asleep. And
Ori, shut up.
Thaddeus, hold on, guys. I have a dog that's desperately wanting out of my room. Come on, Jackson. Come on. You. Okay, we're not.
Go on, get.
And for all of you others, this is now Twister that's in the camera. She and Tornado are they're from the same batch. They're sisters.
Okay, so you wait a little time. You start your incantation. Same effect. Fires start. Little sparks of flame start to shoot off the sand and the ink in the writing quill. In fact, the ink kind of catches flame as you start the spell. Thaddeus, you are sat on the ground and you feel your consciousness slip into a cloud of nothingness. You feel your body transport into weightlessness. And then you find yourself in a forest. You see and I'm reading the... Okay. All right. So just so you're aware, and I'm sure Weaver probably would have described this to you before sending you in. The message you can, the words that you can say to Noetic, can be no more than 10 words.
That's only if it's being used offensively, aggressively.
Gotcha. Okay.
Otherwise, it can be a full conversation.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. You find yourself in this forest, and the forest is not one you recognize. You feel yourself weightlessness, but you see your body, you see your legs, you see your hands, and as you float down to the ground, you feel your feet hit the ground. However, you feel much lighter than you normally do. And the first thing you see in this dreamlike state is almost like a living, breathing music note. And it's just kind of like slowly floating through the dream. You notice it, and it's not uncommon from your experience, it's not uncommon for Noetic to think of music as he sleeps. So that makes sense to you. Okay. As you enter the dream, are you specifically searching for Noetic?
Is that for me or is
Yes,
that
that's for you.
Yeah. Once I cast the spell, this is entirely out of my hand. It is all on you.
Okay. Yes. I'm searching for Noetic.
Okay.
Oh, I guess once I cast the spell and decide if it's a friendly or horrifying, if it's a dream or a nightmare. And I'm obviously choosing it to be a dream.
Okay. So as you really will yourself to find Noetic, you feel winds start to blow. You feel a burst of warmth hit your face. You start to hear a moderately upbeat melody start to quietly play through the wind. And rapidly passing by you are just hundreds and hundreds of trees in this forest. You see brief moments of almost recognizable parts of when you grew up. You see the odd oak tree in the forest that you and Noetic used to climb as young children. You see you see a river that you and Noetic used to go fishing at. But eventually, you do find an opening. An opening in this forest, where sitting in the center of this forest is a rock, about 10 feet tall, and surrounding this rock is a bunch of small little wildflowers. And sitting on top of this rock is Noetic, a younger version of Noetic. This is the Noetic that you in your mind have kind of had this like expectation of what he would look like if he was a bit older than the last time you saw him. But as you get closer, the younger part of Noetic starts to turn into the older version that you saw through the scry spell. And as you get closer, you feel a weightlessness. Noetic is not acknowledging you yet. What do you do in this situation?
I'm just gonna continue walking forward, and I'm going to say, Noetic, it is I. I have come from my village to visit. My father does not know I'm here.
A brief moment goes by, and eventually you see the kind-eyed boy that you used to know is what you expect. But as this man now, this starting to look a little grizzled man, turns and looks, and in his eyes you see nothing but surprise and like almost like a weariness to his look. He doesn't fully trust what he's seeing in his dream. And as he looks at you, he just kind of tilts his head and just stares at you. Says nothing.
I'm gonna role play this.
Okay. I'd hope you would.
Noetic, it is I. We are apart, but yet together. Do you remember when we first met in the field?
He
I
will.
had fallen and you had helped me up.
You'll see a smile crowd. There's a soft smile go over his face.
There was a softness in your hands. There was a softness in your heart.
He will smile and nod at you.
It is truly I.
And he will jump down the rock that he's sitting on, and he will look at you. And the man you're looking at now has seen some things. You can very clearly tell that there's regardless of his apparent excitement to see you, there's definitely some hesitancy, and there's definitely some we'll call it he's stealing him. He's stealing off his emotions the best he can. But he just kind of looks at you and still not saying anything. And he'll just like hold his hand out to you, palm facing upwards, almost as if he's asking you to take his hand.
I'm gonna reach out.
He grabs your hand, and as he touches your hand, he puts his other hand on top of yours, and he'll just look at you dead in your eyes. He'll sigh once, smile, and he'll squeeze your hand as hard as he can without hurting you. And then you'll see his head cock to the right, averting gaze from your eyes. And he'll start to frown. You'll let go of your hand. And you'll put a hand on your shoulder. And he will point to his throat and point to his mouth. And he will kind of gesture like almost as if you see him try to like start opening his mouth to talk and nothing comes out. And he just kind of he looks a little frustrated, and then he immediately looks past you again with a scowl on his face.
I know you weren't expecting this, but in time, we will meet again.
He shakes his head no, and then puts his hand on your shoulder again and points behind you.
I know who stands behind me, and I will kill him to have you. This is only a dream, but I am here. He will not harm me. You cannot let him continue to harm you.
And Noetic will look at you and like kind of gesture with his fingers, like he'll point at you and then gesture like the finger walking that you can do, and he'll like do that and point towards the way you came from. And then he will, like, give you a gesture to, like, hurry up. And he'll look like he has a very, almost a concerned look on his face, but also just kind of, like, almost like he's just going through the motions at this point. He will look past you again. And you'll see him open his mouth, but you'll hear nothing come out of it. And he will just gently look at you, put both hands on your shoulder, and he will give you a hug. He'll let go of you. Thaddeus, I need you to make a perception check. It's not that hard because you're right up in his face. You see tears starting to come from his eyes. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
He can end the dream, or at least he can end the spell whenever he wants. And I would have told him that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that in mind, with a 21, it's a failure. You feel your body turn where there was once warmth, it is now cold. You blink your eyes, and Noetic is no longer embracing you. He is standing away from you. And he's just staring directly behind you. You feel a hand touch your shoulder.
I'm going to end the dream.
And then you wake up.
Were you successful?
He is not well. I feel that Torben is hurting him. He knew that he knew who I was. He remembered me, and he was, I believe, trying to protect me. But Torben was there. I will end that fucker's life. And I will cherish that moment. That for another time. Thank you.
Of course. This one
This one
is glad to hear that Noetic is not there of his own accord.
Yes. And I will say this. We've both come from upbringings where we've been cast away. I feel that you are my brother. You truly care about me and what is best for me. And with that, I will protect you through anything. You, maybe for some time in your life, maybe for the first time, you have a friend.
This one has friends. You are a friend. Ori is a friend. Elka is a friend. Zane is a friend.
God, I'm actually fucking crying.
I'm starting to choke up a little bit too. This one has found family.
Yes. And I do not wish to make you think that I am closer than any of the others in this party. But I want you to know I see you as a brother, as my family. You are a special person. And if things don't work out with Noetic,
You just said he was your brother. Are you into that?
I'm actually freaking tears are rolling down my eyes.
Power.
Good thing we have the cat cam tonight.
Well, unless there's anything else you guys want to do for the night, you can all of you find rest in not the most comfortable rest, but you have shelter and you have some warmth, and you find your way into a fairly restful slumber. You wake up and a long rest is had.
Since I really don't rest per se,
Uh-huh.
Can I continue this? Oh, excuse me. Study the book.
Yeah. So elves only need, I think it's 4 hours of like,
Sounds about right.
yeah,
I think it's like a trance.
4 hours of
meditation.
trance. Yeah, it's a trance meditation. So you could spend a good majority of your night translating that book. In fact, I forgot about that when I was bringing that up. So you wake up in the morning and you have a full cipher from the book.
I went to Evelyn Wood's spade riding class.
And I will show that to everyone, so it should be in your journal.
Huzzah.
Yay!
There you go.
Can I add that I can read this? Like it's something I've learned now.
There you
Or
go.
do I always need the cipher?
Since you're not versed in the Dwarvish language, so I'm gonna say no. But if you use that cipher, you could easily decipher phrases.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you wake up. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you continue your journey ahead?
I'd like to go back and talk to the skeleton guy about the sword. Now that he's done boning.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Yes.
I'm gonna knock this time.
There's no answer to the door.
Hiya.
Kicking it down.
Kicking down the door.
Yeah.
Roll an athletics check.
Or he's gonna actually drop kick through the door.
Oh my god.
Actually, can he drop kick through the wall?
You just want to destroy their house?
I don't
They
think
have
that's-
another one.
Yeah, he'll do the door just in case it all collapses.
All right, roll an athletics check.
31.
You drop kicking it?
Yeah.
You go to drop kick the door, and as you're midair, you feel your hooves start to connect with the wood, but the wood's moving as you're flying through the air, and the door is opened, and what you've made contact with is Judah.
Oh God, there's bones
shit.
everywhere.
And,
Oops.
and shockingly, he's not dead.
I mean, he technically is.
Well, more
Technically
dead.
undead.
It's not undead dead.
Yeah.
Bane?
You blast through the door, and his bones just erupt. It
What the hell do you want me to do?
spreads out throughout the house, and immediately Dina
Okay.
just like walks up like, "Oh my goodness!"
Or he's gonna clench a fist and raise it up to his chest. Strike.
Damn it!
Bane, you're the technical one. Can you
Perfect
put
game.
him back together?
I'm a blacksmith, Thaddeus, not a doctor.
Or he's gonna put him back together, except he's gonna switch his feet around. So he has two. So he has his feet are on opposite sides, and hope he doesn't notice.
He's like, "Ah, what the? Was that really necessary? Ow, my foot!" See the dog. You see Ruger
He's
run up
rather impatient.
and just start wagging his bony tail at you.
Ruga!
Or he's gonna throw a bone. Fetch.
Yeah. Roll an animal handling check.
What is my animal? Oh, okay. 19.
18. He runs after the bone and grabs it and brings it back faithfully. And Judah's like, "Ruger, give me my femur now. Give it." He's gonna roll an animal handling check. Ruger just like quietly walks up to him and puts it down on the ground next to him and like whines off into the corner.
It's okay.
Well, anyways, that was a odd wake up call. I think I'm put back to get what happening with my feet.
Look fine to me.
I don't think that's right.
Here, let me put him back.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
yeah, that would be great.
I was gonna take a pinky toe.
Wait, what? That's what are you doing? That's not
I'm fixing your feet.
roll persuasion check.
6. Well, I didn't roll a 6. That's my modifier. Sorry. 14.
14. I appreciate your help, but Adina, can you be a dear? Yes, I suppose I can help you out. And she will. I got this, Ori. Good job. And she'll like replace his feet back in the right place, but now he's just missing a pinky toe. Hey, Ori, can I have that back, please?
Or he sniffs it.
It smells horrendous.
Not a good time to put a piece of cheese in my mouth.
But
Get toe cheese.
Oh! I hate you.
Better than
Not
dip
really.
cheese.
Ooh.
Debatable, but
Jeez.
it's an immediate.
Just the immediate, like, bro. Okay.
All right, I'll give the pinky toe back.
Okay. But, anyways, that was a weird awakening. How can I help you?
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
Or he looks at Elka.
He just like stares at all of you with a blank face.
Sorry, I spaced out. So we found this broken sword in your fountain over there.
Yes, I remember. You showed me it last night.
Correct. And you were busy, and so I thought I would come back and ask you when you were less indisposed. And I know that you don't remember a whole lot, but like maybe you might know what this is.
Like I said last night, I'm never seen that sword before in my life. Lives. I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
wanted to double check.
How's that cipher coming along, Thaddeus?
Sorry, I was vomiting a little. Toe cheese. Actually, I finished the book.
Really?
Yes, I went to Evelyn Wood's bedreading class.
Wow.
It's from my land.
Understood.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you find out?
Well, I learned about a lot of rune symbols and what they potentially mean.
Fascinating. Well, show me if you don't mind. I'd love to see it.
I'll pull the book out and start explaining the best way that I can that he will understand what they mean.
And he'll just like look as invested as a undead skeleton could look. He's just like, amazing. Well, the longer you live, the longer you learn, the more you learn. Well, I appreciate it. Now I know what that means.
You don't have a copy machine here, do you?
A what?
Actually, before we left, I was asking, is there a way that I could scribe this out write these out myself before I give him the book back?
Well, the technical cipher that I gave you is the equivalent of you writing it out yourself. So if you wanted to make a copy for him, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, there's assumption you have paper and ink, and yeah. So takes you 15 minutes to copy everything over. Wow. Well, you work fast. I'm impressed. Well, I wish I could do more to help you, but I'm a little
Do any of these words or these symbols, are they recognizable to you? Have you seen them? Do they mean anything to you? Any one of them in particular, or as a group?
Well, let me look. There is one that you tend to see quite a lot. And it's that one. He'll point to this rune that translate to the letter P. It's like this one you see quite a lot. I don't know what the significance of the letter P is in their runes, but I know I've seen it quite a lot, and maybe you could, if you find anything with this writing, then you'll be able to translate it.
Yes. When you say you've seen it a lot, any particular spots you've seen it? Is it in the village here? Is it
in documents? In documents and such. We were the last village that that came before you entered into a kingdom of dwarves. So I don't remember everything from my life, but I do remember, for some reason, I remember documentation with that letter a bunch.
Was there a library or a clerk city office, a governing body that had an office here?
Unfortunately not. This was primarily just a mining town, and we had a post office, but that's since been turned to rubble over the years. But no, we didn't have anything such as that, and if it did exist, I don't remember it.
Very well.
Yeah, anything that's in this, anything that's left in this town certainly doesn't match that description.
Okay. Well, thank you for the use of your book.
Absolutely, I appreciate you translating it. I guess I'm happy. I'm happy to learn the best I can. Well, what's the plan then? Are you staying in town for another night, or are you going to be heading up the mountain and checking out the gate?
I think it's time we get to the gate.
All right. Well, if you get stuck and you can't find your way out, that house is open for you to stay in another night if you need it.
Appreciative.
Zane?
Yes.
Do we actually? I have a set that I never used.
I'm sorry.
Should we leave him a sending stone in case we have difficulty?
There should be no need. I mean, we'll inevitably, more than likely, be coming back when we leave.
And Alan will chime in. And I kind of know the sending spell, so if we need to get a hold of somebody, we can.
Why don't we just carry one of their skulls around?
That seems a bit rude.
If a skull could make a surprise Pikachu face. Judah's like,
It's pretty.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. Well, I wish you luck in your journey, and Doof, if you do come back, you're more than welcome to stay here whenever you want.
Appreciated.
Thank you again for your hospitality.
Yes, yes.
Of course.
Sorry for ramming into you.
Oh, the things happen. It's understandable. I get it. Do mind your way. Do mind yourself on the way out. The folks that live on the north side of the city, closer to the mountain, don't tend to come out of their homes a whole lot. So just I'd say just follow the path up into the mountain, and don't talk to any of them up there. They may be a little weird.
Okay.
Anyways, safe travels.
See you again.
Thank you.
Adina will walk up to him and just kind of like put her bony hand around his waist. They were nice, weren't they?
Just like around his spine, basically.
Essentially, yeah. As you guys walk out, all of you notice that. So, with a estimated day's travel, you should make it to the gate by nightfall. Are you attempting to break this up into multiple multiple days, or are you just gonna hoof it through the day to get there?
I feel like we've had a pretty good rest, so I'd be like, let's do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
So, Nate, I had Ori leading the pack last session up the mountain. If you want to continue in his footsteps, you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you to roll a survival check, and whoever wants to keep an eye out for bad things, you can make a perception check.
Huzzah! I volunteer as tribute.
Well, I have advantage on these.
I rolled a 24 for perception.
Okay. 27 per perception.
I was gonna say, yep. Not to 3 up you, but it took me way too long to do that math.
I rolled a 19, and you only rolled an 18, so...
Yep. Guilty.
Yes.
26.
26? Okay. Your Ori is pretty good at keeping the path in front of him and not getting lost. As you wander up these mountain paths, it does get significantly thinner, where it becomes a
I can also help with that.
Oh yeah, wanderers are
Maybe
a great.
Maybe not today, but
Yeah, that is a good point. I forgot you had that as an Outlander.
I did too.
But okay. So you wander up these, it's starting to become narrow paths. It becomes to the point where it's single file line. The air starts to become frigid. For those of you that are cold-blooded, aka just Fleevra, it is becoming increasingly uncomfortable.
I
I've got constitution, my man. Cold don't bother me.
Already wrapped up in multiple layers, and I've got a small produce flame going pretty much all the time that I'm kind of huddled around to
there you go.
keep myself relatively warm.
As the weather gets colder, Elka's gonna her fur's gonna start kind of turning a little bit lighter in color. Like she has a dark gray fur, but you kind of notice she's getting a little lighter.
Just a natural camouflage starting to happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Your scales are becoming far more visible, though.
Yeah.
So
are they? I haven't asked in a while, but have they grown? Is it just still on my one arm, or
It's starting to creep up creep up towards your elbow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a slow growth. It doesn't. I mean, last time you checked was like a week ago, so it's not like the growth is too substantial. But you make your way up, and with your perception checks, you both easily spot the low-hanging, what seem to be large birds that are hanging out on cliff ledges that are slowly looking at you, all of you. Specifically,
don't like that.
Alara and Elka. And they're just keeping an eye on both of you. You would recognize these creatures, all of you, because you have fought one before. These are rocks. These are large carnivorous birds. And they realize that you can see them. with the insight check I just rolled. So they keep an eye on you, but they don't get aggressive for now. As you continue walking up this steep hill, you do notice snow starting to form on the caps of the mountains as you get higher and higher and higher. To the point where it goes from a nice 65 to 70 degrees ish where it was down in Elacan. It is now probably 20 degrees cooler. Because you've noticed that you've somehow gone up easily over 1,000 feet in elevation within half a day's travel. And you do eventually find your way to where the road stops going. It's a windy single file road that is steep, and it continues winding up these mountain passes. And eventually you do find your way onto a plateau. Vivra, the first smell that hits your nostrils that really kind of makes you question things as you get to the top here, because you can't quite see the gate. You do notice a strange smell of like mildew, and it was kind of present back in Elacan, but it's really strong here. You also smell what smells like a kind of like a dead fish smell wafting through the air, and it's passing. It's nothing too strong. You do hear running water, and as you make it to the top, you find yourself looking down over what now seems to be two lakes. They're small. They're not much larger than a small, or not much larger than a really big pond, but you would consider them lakes just because of their size. And as you round the corner of this steep walkway, you find yourself surrounded by walls on both sides. And as you walk through this entrance, the full view of the lakes come in, and you see a bridge go splitting the two with land masses on each side. On the other side of the bridge, you notice two statues, very clearly dwarven in make. One with a dwarf holding a shield, and the other with what seems to be holding a weird combination of a sword and a spear. Or you would recognize this as maybe being a glaive. It's kind of hard to tell just because of the carving. But as you walk up the small landmass that stops before this natural land bridge, all you see past these statues is a flat wall. And it looks like it is just a 90-degree wall that is up against the mountain. Do any of you want to do anything before you start getting closer to this?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really.
Weaver, make a perception check. As you get closer to the natural land bridge, I'll show you what this place looks like.
Dun dun dun.
So, you find yourself stepping across the land bridge. On the left, you see what seems to be a face in the water, with a stone hand reaching up out of the water. To your right, you do notice a small whirlpool in the other lake. In front of you, you notice a flat wall, but as you get closer, it's almost like a mirage comes into play. Where standing in front of you, instead of a flat wall, you see what looks to be the head of a wolf. And you do recognize this visage of a wolf. It brings you back to just a few nights ago, when you're standing in front of a young thunder beast, a pitch black wolf. And as you step into this platform, Weaver, you do notice what would be in this lined up with these statues across the entire width. You do notice a pressure plate of some sort that seems to be either a trap or used for something. But as all of you step closer, you see this gate underneath the statue of this wolf, and it illuminates from a 90-degree wall, and it opens up, and you can see the outlines of this. It looks like a gate, and it has writing over the arch, and you recognize this writing as Dwarvish runes. You notice on both statues at the base, on the left there's a word that is written in Dwarvish runes, and on the right there's a word that's written in Dwarvish runes. But as you stand here and look over this gate, with a looming visage of some sort of large stone statue that fell into the water, Weaver, you do hear a small boiling sound coming from the lake behind you to your right.
I'm immediately going to call that out. And just, there might be danger.
As you look closer with your passive perception, it looks like the lake itself is starting to bubble up a little bit. It's hard to tell. It's not like it's boiling. It's not like it's boiling, but there's bubbles sprouting from all over the place on the lake to the right. And as you step one step closer, you notice just a full illumination of this gate. A pale blue light shines over the runes of this doorway. And as you try to figure out what's going on in the lake behind you, Libra, that's where we're in tonight's session.
Yeehaw.
Because I don't have the stat block.
Well, we lost Nate and we lost Alara.
Yeah, I know. They both messaged me saying they had to bounce out.
Was everything okay, or?
Don't know. I'm sure she'll tell me if I need to know. So, either way, thank you for playing. I will catch you guys in a minute. All right, guys, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you for watching. I need to make sure my friends are doing okay because Nate also messaged me, and I have yet to read his message. I think Nate probably just said he's tired. Oh, no, Nate's internet died again. So, we'll pick this up next week. Hopefully, we'll have everybody here. I know Bingo said that there's a chance that he will have to miss, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If you guys want to watch this full episode, it will be out tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the YouTube channel and on all of the podcasting formats. So if you want to go check it out there, or check out us on all the platforms that we post, that would be amazing. But yeah, that will do it for tonight. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Peace out.